But reality check, guess what? In most of the Western world that I've seen studies in, 50 to 80% of all politicians' promises are kept to some degree. They at least make some effort to do it. So this cynicism, a pox on all of them, they're all liars, is not really fair. It's about as fair as the general criticism of journalists.
Alan, you wanted to follow up on something you heard earlier.
Well, John is right. There's a huge difference between being the government and being the opposition, because if you're the government and make a promise, you say, well, why didn't you already do it? You've been around for 14 years or something, or 4 or 8 or something. It also is different if you're in the presidential system or the Westminster parliamentary system, because the president can blame Congress, the courts, and everybody. A prime minister can't say, well, the governor general wouldn't let me do it. And then you have different categories of promises. The keep the ball rolling promise, I will persevere to endeavor to wrestle, as Trudeau said, I'm going to wrestle inflation to the ground. I mean, you can't measure these things, so by definition, they have fulfilled the promise. But the word cynicism has come up a couple of times here. I'm far more cynical about the electorate than I am about politicians.
Say that again. You're more cynical about the electorate.
Well, I have it written down if you like. I'm more cynical about the electorate's role than the politician's role. A promise is a contract, and there's even such a thing in law as breach of promise. So the politician says, I promise to do the following. The politician doesn't hear back from the electorate, yes, I do want that. I accept that contract. If I promise to take you for a drink out after the show, and at the end of the show you say, well, you forgot, Alan, I don't drink. I've quit drinking, or I don't drink, or never have drunk. Oh, okay, well then let's, just have a chat. If I say I'll take you for lunch next week and there's a transit strike and I can't, the wheels don't come off our relationship. But now, in a way, Jerry's right. The media are holding these politicians to a level of scrutiny that the average person doesn't have in his family life. The citizen who is ill-informed about the 200 average promises that a president makes, about the promises that were made in the last election, about what the politician's promise means this election, those are the people who are adding to the cynicism as well.